A new Fright Night comic book sequel series came out just a couple of years ago, so let me tell you about it. Issue number 1 begins after a recap of the events of the original 1985 movie. We then pick back up with Peter Vincent, who has put out a book about the events, and Charlie Brewster, who is now a high school senior. A new female vampire and her brood show up in town and move into Jerry Dandridge's house after recovering his ashy remains and beheading a cop. In issue number 2, we learn Charlie now sees a therapist as he explains what happened after the film's events, including Peter Vincent getting popular again, as well as Charlie and Amy breaking up. In town, some of the vampire queen's brood, including 2 harpies and a werewolf, attack random people and eat them. Evil Ed is also killing people as he leads a group of vampires directly to Peter Vincent's appearance at the local theater. Issue number 3 begins when vampires attack the theater and start slaughtering people while Evil Ed confronts Peter Vincent and explains what he's been doing since the events of the film. Meanwhile, Charlie asks Amy over and she says yes, but when she gets there, they both see a few of the new vampires in Jerry's old window, so Amy decides to leave, but in doing so, she and Charlie meet the queen vampire who threatens them, but Peter and his assistant arrive to help after escaping Evil Ed. As they flee, the queen and her brood prepare. In issue number 4, after escaping, Peter Vincent's assistant reveals that she's part of a group that handles the supernatural, but Evil Ed attacks them again, and Amy whacks him with a baseball bat, causing him to leave. Peter Vincent's assistant then explains that Amy is blood-cursed from Dandridge before they receive a phone call from the Queen, taunting them and telling them she has Charlie's mom locked up, so the group mounts up for a rescue. In issue number 5, the group arrives at Dandridge's house and is greeted by the Queen, who gives her backstory. Then, the 2 harpies and the werewolf attack, but are fought off, and when the Queen steps up, Evil Ed suddenly appears, attacks, and bites the Queen. Charlie uses a squirt gun with holy water in it to dispatch of the harpies and the wolf. The Queen attacks Charlie, but she's caught off guard when Evil Ed rips her heart out. Ed then cuts his wrist and bleeds on Charlie's neck wound in order to save him. Unfortunately for all of them, the Queen was successful in resurrecting Jerry Dandridge. So that's it for this sequel series. Come on back and I'll tell you all about one final one-shot set in the Fright Night universe.